Well, while the big news in Lincoln here today was the announcement of Dave Remington as Nebraska's interim athletic director, the Husker football team still is getting ready for a football game on Friday at Illinois. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com. And a lot of things developed here at practice on the injury front. First, you had Stanley Morgan back out there at practice. We won't get an official report on him, though, until Wednesday when Mike Riley talks. But you had Chris Jones out there in a very limited role. It's the first time Jones has had a helmet on since suffering that knee injury back in July.
It's just great. It's great to see Chris feeling better and doing well and you know, being engaged with the team. Like everybody knew, he's one of the best players in the league, one of the best players in the country at his position. So to be without him has everybody's rallied and circled the wagons, but it sure is nice to see him more engaged for him.
As for this matchup with Illinois, defensive coordinator Bob Diaco said he has a lot of respect for Lovie Smith, their head coach, from the time he studied him from his days both at Ohio State and with the Chicago Bears.
Sure. I mean, how could you not? He's a great coach. He was a great college coach, and then with great programs, played great defenses in the middle 90s at Ohio State. And then in the NFL, he's produced some of the best defenses in the history of the NFL.
One of the big stories again for Nebraska this week will be the offensive line. Illinois will come at the Huskers with a very young defense. They gave up 376 rushing yards in their last outing against South Florida, and it should be another opportunity for the Huskers to get their ground game going this week.
Yeah, I mean, we look at every game, you know, for the line to be able to run the ball and run it good, and you know, I mean, we that's one of our goals every week is to be able to, you know, try to get over 200, 250 yards rushing. So that's one of our goals, and we're going to try to do that every week.
It looks like Nebraska will keep their line intact from where it was last week as true freshman Brenden Jaimes made his first career start.
I mean, it was just a great experience. I mean, for me to get on the field and play with some upperclassmen, you know, it really brought me down to earth. You know, showed that you know, I'm not the biggest and baddest on the field anymore, and you know, just need to be really humbled by that. So.
And when you look at this game at Illinois, there's somewhat of a revenge factor. Yes, it's a different head coach, but guys like Nick Gates definitely remember that 2015 game well.
We definitely had chances to score in that game, but we came up short, and then we kind of, you know, let them stay in the game until the end of the game. They scored. I think it was with that final 15 seconds or 20 seconds of the game, and I mean, you can't really come back from that. But that was definitely a game I remember last time. I think it was one of my first away games I played in, so it's definitely something you remember, and you know, I definitely want to go in there and get a win. So. And
finally, with the announcement of Remington as Nebraska's interim athletic director, Gates said he's pretty excited to have a former member of the pipeline in charge here, at least if it's only for 60 days.
I've seen him around, but I've never had a chance to meet him. So I mean, hopefully I'll be able to, you know, get meet one of the greats that are from here. You know, so I think he's around here, what, 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he'll be around. I mean, it's kind of hard not to for 2 months, and I mean, with a football guy like he's definitely going to be around the football program.
The Huskers will have just one more practice here in Lincoln on Wednesday before departing to Champaign on Thursday. With the Nebraska football team here in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.